Alright, so this is my review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadow. To start off, the Ninja Turtles doing their whole thing, going to a basketball game and dropping pizza from the roof. First off, sitting up in the rafters like that, Gargoyles did it. That's from Gargoyles. They stole that from Gargoyles. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Look up Disney's Gargoyles. Next thing, I don't think that anyone would have gone looking for Ninja Turtles up in the rafters. And so I don't see why they couldn't have gone to watch more basketball games there if they're worried about being seen. Also, I don't suppose they could get a TV to watch the basketball games instead of the sewer. Donatello is a tech nerd. Go hack somebody's cable, watch the basketball game in the sewer. I don't know. April O'Neil is their informant anymore. She was hanging around what I assume is a train station, and I can't wait until CinemaSins gets their hands on this movie, and when she just rips stuff off the shelf, I want him to say, "Stealing, ding," like they do in their reviews, or I don't know, the real reviews when he's just riffing off it. I don't know. When he makes that, we're going to put a strike against his channel just to bring attention to mine. No, I won't. No one's going to see this. That was hold up in court. But what were they doing cosplaying as naughty Catholic schoolgirls in a New York train station? Does that really happen? If somebody in New York could explain this to me, please, by all means, leave a comment. I would greatly appreciate it, because I don't know what was going on in that scene. Next up, Baxter. Okay character. Didn't hate him, thought he was an okay adaptation of the character. The original was black, then they changed him to just be a sniveling, stereotypical white and nerdy guy in the 87 series, and then 2003 he was black again. And I remember somebody pointing out to me that Baxter in the 2003 series, he never looked the same twice in any episode that he appeared in, because the Shredder would have something cut off him anytime he crossed him, which brutal. And then in the 87 series, he only changed once, and he changed into a mutant fly. Was that a reference to The Fly? Like and subscribe if you get that reference. Help me! Help me! But no. This Baxter Stockman, I had seen the video that Black Nerd did saying that this character was totally him. I have to agree, and Nickelodeon and Paramount owe him a big fat check for being him, as Baxter was. Baxter wasn't exactly like that in the Mirage Studio comics, but Baxter's gadget malfunction and pulled Shredder into Dimension X. And of all the people that Krang could have picked as an ally, he wanted Shredder. He's a crime lord, yeah, he's a warlord, but that's really it. So why him? I don't know. Is it just that he was convenient? Is that how it worked? I don't know. And what were And what did Bebop and Rocksteady do to get put in that maximum security convoy with Shredder? Part of me likes to think they were about to get the chair. Because they were so stupid. But they captured the stupidity of their original characters so perfectly, yet at the same time, it almost feels like they're just using the leftover stupidity of Skid and Mudflash from Transformers. But at least the Shredder doesn't look like a Transformer anymore, because seriously, in the last movie when the Shredder came out and he had those fold-out blades that he hurled and they were magnetic so they came back, Shredder looked like a Transformer. He was it was Michael Bay, and he was turning Shredder into a Transformer. Now he just wore the typical ninja samurai-esque thing, armor. Krang, I would have liked it better if he looked more like he did in the 87 series. This looked kind of more like a proto-Krang. I understand that the current series has the thing they call Krang Subprime, which has to do with the multiverse, which like everybody is doing multiverses now. We have the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which isn't the same as the X-Men universe because they can't cross over, and then DC has their DC multiverse with the New 52 and they tried to do the DC Cinematic Universe, and everyone has high hopes for Suicide Squad, but everybody hated Batman, Superman, Dawn of Justice. But this is a Ninja Turtles review, so the Ninja Turtles, by the way, I'm wearing my Ninja Turtle mask if you haven't caught on to that, not that anyone's going to see this. And the scene where they were going to try to catch Bebop and Rocksteady going back to New York from Brazil. And part of me really wanted to see them do more in Brazil, because I wanted to see them square off against somebody who practiced capoeira. Because that's just super flashy. It's unreal. Yeah. But at the same time, I think the scene with the airplane, first off, Raphael being scared to jump, totally B.A. Baracus from the A-Team. That was totally him. Secondly, I felt like they were trying to outdo themselves having the snowy mountainside scene in the first movie. And I think that really was like what they were trying to do with that scene. Just bigger and with airplanes instead of trucks and snowboards and stuff. Which reminds me, the Foot Clan is now a ninja clan, and they're not soldiers, they're ninjas in this one, which I think, well, I definitely do prefer my Foot Clan as ninjas rather than soldiers. And they ride up on motorcycles, which I would like to think that this model of motorcycle they were riding were Kawasaki Ninjas, because then they'd be ninjas riding ninjas. I don't know, it seemed funny to me. I just remember Raphael, I saw him on the back of his shell. I didn't know if anybody else maybe noticed this, but he had a pair of commas on the back of his shell, and he used a size, but he also had a pair of commas, which I wonder why they never used that. I seen in the new Nickelodeon series, Michelangelo also has Kasurigama along with his nunchucks, which I think is a clever addition. Much more clever than the Tonfas in Next Mutation. Oh, that series sucks. Moving along. the final showdown against Krang, maybe not as memorable. At the same time, clever way to keep them hidden with the police forming up the shield wall to move them through the city. That was a cool idea. I've heard people saying that these police would never be able to keep the secret that, oh yeah, we just are these four giant mutant sewer dwelling turtles at work, and we have turtles living in the sewers of New York. First off, I think people can keep secrets like that. Like, in the military, people are always expected to keep secrets. They're not even allowed to, sometimes they're not even allowed to say exactly where they are, more specific than the continent they're being deployed to. So I feel like these police should be able to keep it a secret that there are four brothers of ninjas living in the sewers of New York. But no, they couldn't have lived normal lives after that. But then, I guess Michelangelo or whoever got their wish, saying that it would be cool if they had a key to the city. Not that they could ever use this, not that they could ever use that, not that anyone is ever going to see this. Like, those are my thoughts. It was a nice, fun waste of time. It's a Michael Bay movie. Don't be expecting anything phenomenal, just some passable, fun, brainless action. Will be my signing off. Thank you, and good night.